I'm with Pastor Bruce North from Harmony Community Church in Winchester, Ontario. And Bruce, your church recently gave away a house to a widow in your community. Tell us, where did that story begin?
I've been at Harmony for 20 years, and the first year I was there, this very eccentric couple, an old white guy or older white guy that had been a part of a biker gang, and a younger black woman from the islands had got together and were living together. She was a new immigrant, and anyways, they got married in the church and then baptized, both of them. Larry and Monica is their names, or was Larry's name, and soon found out the uniqueness of Larry as a super hoarder. He lives across from the township dump, and for the last number of many years, decades, he has been going across the dump, bringing everything from the dump back to his property and building his shed out of the materials. Most people in recent years have not seen anybody living in the kind of conditions that Monica was living these past number of years. Larry got dementia. He wouldn't allow anything to take anything away, of course, with the issue of hoarding. Then came the day last year when he passed away, and we were able then to go in and we began to take tons of scrap out of their front lawn, literally tons. The opportunity came then for her to make a decision. Is she going to sell the property? The land values in the area have gone way up. But she said, no, the Lord's going to give me a house. Well, you're going to move into town? You're going to rent an apartment? No, the Lord's going to give me a house. And it's going to be right here. She had a vision of a house, a bungalow, floating in and landing on her front, we'll call it yard, in front of her little shack. Some of the ladies in the church get together with her on a Tuesday morning for prayer, and one of the ladies in particular has a real burden for her. And this little Dutch girl named Nanda is quite an entrepreneur. And we had a situation come up in our community where a large corporation, Sobeys, is moving more into Ontario, bought up a little company of grocery store chains called Mike Dean's. And they wanted to take their existing grocery store and expand it. The township said, okay, you can do that, but you're going to have to put a new entry into the parking lot. So that meant that Sobeys had to buy two fairly new, when I say new, 30-year-old bungalows. Each one was worth over $200,000. So they had already invested $500,000 basically in buying these two houses. So Nanda phoned me up and says, we should get those houses. Monica needs a house. So I said, well, phone Halifax, get a hold of Sobeys Corporation and ask. And so she did just that. So not only did we get one house, we got two. We sold the second house. We shared the story. We showed the pictures. We brought people over to her shed where she had been living these last 20 years. And people were touched. And a moving company said, we will do this for half the price. But the day that we moved it, it was pretty exciting. Monica shared the story of her vision to everybody. And here she was waiting there at the house, and here comes her house, literally floating, because that's what we call it. You float it in, and they put it right there where she saw it in her dream, in her vision, I would say, in front of her little shack. It has been such a blessing. So many people have gotten involved in this project. It's been in the paper. It's cultivated a lot of interest. You know, I'll have guys, strange-looking characters, come to the church on a Saturday morning, coming in with, $50 or $100, saying, we hear what you're up to. We'd like to be part of that. She is calling this house Lydia's place. She says, this house came from God. It's God's. I want to use it for Him. So if there's anybody in need that needs a temporary place, if there's an evangelist coming through, If there's a family that's doing ministry that's in the area, my place is Lydia's place. It belongs to God, and it's for His to be used.
Now, so this project is not fully funded yet.
No. We, of course, it will. You know, it will cost about $60,000. We're at about the 20, something almost 25,000 mark. There is the potential sale of the land.
So if anyone wanted to contribute to this financially, how would they do that?
Well, right now we would give it to the to Harmony Community Church for the Rural Development Fund.
So do you have any celebration planned around her moving in?
Yes, we do. In September 9th, we're having a celebration. Celebrating all of those that contributed, all the volunteers, all the different folks from different churches that have brought their shovels and hammers and came over. The mayor will be there, counselors. The community is celebrating. Not one church is celebrating. It really is a God thing. And if we start taking credit for it at all, you know, a woman had a vision. And God cares for the poor. And He cares that the church cares for the poor. And when we take a step forward in the direction of God's heart in social justice issues, He comes all the way to do the rest. And really He has.